this is something that a lot of lash courses, lash certifications, they do not tell you this. Barber side. Okay, inside your tweezers, they need to be going in an airtight tube. First things first, I'm going to teach you how to read a lash tray, okay? So the main 3 things that are on your lash tray that you need to know about are my suggestion for new lash artists. If you don't have the bundle, it's okay. You don't need the bundle to learn from this masterclass, okay? So don't fret. You still gonna know what we're talking about. So, you know, just have, if I were you, I would get me a little notebook and just jot down some notes. And then after the masterclass, if you want to get the bundle, you can. It's on my website. It's only $5, okay? You get all that stuff for $5. But if you are on my email list, you got it for free. It's sitting in your inbox waiting on you to open it. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to go over is consultations. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to discuss is lash service consultations and why they're important. Okay, the reason why you want to have consultations and lash consultations with every client that you have is because you want to know, are lash extensions right for this particular person? And what I mean by that is, does this person use a lot of oil-based products? Does this person have a bad habit of not washing off their makeup when they go out? Does this person, do they wear excessive lash strips? Does this person go, before they came to you, did they go to the lash salon to get their lash, not the lash salon, the nail salon to get their lashes done? Because, okay, you guys can hear me perfect. Because if they are the type, and I've had significant amount of clients that decided that those cheap ass clusters that they do at the nail salon are not it. A lot of those women that were sucked into getting those clusters from the lash salon, they are very bald by the eye. Okay? Meaning their lashes are weak, they're damaged, and a lot of the time they literally have bald spots on their lash line to where they have like a whole gap where there's not even any lashes. So finding this type of information out before you even start the service is very important. That's the same thing with women that regularly wear lash strips. We've all been there, ladies, when you're taking off your lash strip and you can feel it taking out your lash. And sometimes I remember even seeing my natural lash on the freaking lash strip when I took it off. Women that wear lash strips like all the time, not just when they go out, and ladies that went to nail shops to get their lashes done, 9 times out of 10, they have poor lash health, meaning they barely have lashes, they may have bald spots, or the lashes that they have really can't hold a mega volume fan. And the reason why you want to have this discussion and ask those particular questions during the consultation is because you want to manage their expectations. And the reason why you want to manage their expectations is you may not be charging this much now, but I'm sure later on in your career you will be charging upwards of $150, maybe even $200. I've seen some girls even charge $250. I'm not going to rain on nobody's parade on that, because if somebody is paying it and you're good at what you do and your skill reflects a $250 lash set, get your money, boo-boo. I'm not going to shade another lash artist, but I say that to say this. If you have a lash client and they wear lash strips heavily, or they go to the nail salon and get clusters and they don't have any lashes and they're paying you $150 thinking they're going to have a full set of lashes like this, and they don't have the natural lash health to support that, you have just now moved yourself kind of in a paper bag, because you didn't have the discussion. They laid on your lash bed. They paid you for the service. And when they open their eyes and look in the mirror after the lash service, their expectations are not going to be reflecting. They're not going to be in the reflection in the mirror. So you definitely want to include that in your lash consultation, because you want to be clear, and just think of it like yourself. You want to know exactly what you're paying for. So let's just say that I have weak lashes. Maybe I went to the nail shop all the time faithfully to get those horrific clusters, and now I'm bald by the eye, and this is my first time getting lash extensions. I'm coming to you to get lash extensions, and you don't have a consultation with me. It's just a come in. Are your lashes clean? Great. Lay down on the lash bed type of thing. And once you start looking at my lashes, you notice that I barely have any. So my lash set is not full. It's very light and wispy and a more natural look, but I'm expecting full. What do you think that conversation is going to be like between you and I when I get that mirror in front of my face and it looks like I barely have any lashes? How do you think the tempo of that conversation is going to go? It's not going to go too well, because I just spent 2-3 hours laying here on this bed thinking that I was going to get a very full, very dramatic set, and I'm getting up and it looks like I barely have any lashes on. Like, I could tell a difference, but I can't tell a difference. So that's one of the reasons why you want to go ahead and have that conversation up front. Me personally, and this is kind of sidestepping out of the consultation bit a little bit, but I feel like you guys need to know this. Anytime that you have a lash client and they lay on your lash bed, and you get a close-up of their lash line, and maybe they have weak lashes, they have bald spots, they just kind of bald by the eye, and you like, Lord, what am I going to do with this? She barely has any lashes for me to apply an extension. Always take pictures of the lash line. Okay? Always take pictures of the lash line. Before and after pictures are for advertising, yes, but they're also for you to protect yourself. Okay? So always take pictures of the lash line. Let's just say I come to you as a client. I lay down on your lash bed. You look at my natural lashes, and she like, ooh, good Lord, she barely even has any lashes. What you need to do in that situation is take a picture of what you're seeing. Send the picture to the client right there. Send it to the client, and that way you have a timestamp. That way you have evidence that they came to you with their lashes already weak, already damaged, and that wasn't anything that you did. And I've had situations like that where I've had ladies come in and they barely had any natural lashes because of all the damage from lash strips and clusters. And I've literally had to untape them, tell them, okay, we need to have a conversation about your lash health. I sent you a picture of the present state of your lashes to your phone. And this is what I'm seeing. I know that you wanted a mega volume or a very full look, a very dramatic look, because I just happen to specialize in mega volume. Everybody wants mega volume from me. So this is what I'm seeing. Unfortunately, due to the damage, as you can see on your phone with the picture I just sent you, unfortunately, due to the level of damage that that your lashes have been through, I think that we need to come up with a plan to where we can get you what you want, which is a more full and dramatic look. So for today, if you're still willing to have the service, we can do a nice classic set, or we could do maybe a little hybrid where I can throw in some volume lash fans. But unfortunately, we're not able to do a mega volume set. Okay, so I know that everyone tells you, oh, take before and after pictures, take before and after pictures, but they don't tell you the business side of why you want to take before pictures. Okay, so always make sure you take before pictures so you have evidence of how your client's lashes looked before you even touched them. So no one can ever say you broke off their lashes. Okay, now back to the consultation piece. Okay, so consultation should not take 30-40 minutes. Okay, the consultation form that's included in your lash policy bundle, that is something that the lash client fills out, and then you have a discussion about it before you start the service. Your consultations, my consultations are about 10 to 15 minutes flat. It really depends on how long it takes them to fill out the paperwork, honestly. So we're going to go through, again, if you're on my email list, go to your email, check your spam. You have the bundle for free. If you are not on my email list, you really need to go ahead and sign up for my email list so you can get more freebies in the future. But if you want the lash policy bundle, it's on my site for $5. Okay. So some of the questions that are included in the consultation form that you need to know so you can kind of build a rapport with your client, because that's very important. Just like it should be up. It's not up. Hold on. Just like you want to build a rapport with any other lash servicer in the beauty industry, just think about how you are with your hairstylist. Think about the type of experience you would want with your hairstylist. You would want a very personable experience. And doing a consultation helps you build that rapport. Rapport is another word for trust. So you are literally putting chemicals near someone's eye. You want them to trust you. So that's one of the main reasons why having a good rapport and having a good consultation session with the new clients is extremely important. Hold on, I'm checking to make sure that the link is correct, since you said that you only see the lash tracker. Hold on just for a second. It'll only take me 2 seconds. Let me just double check the link to make sure that it's correct. So one of the main questions that you want to ask, or that is included on the form as well, is how did you find me? That is very important, and a lot of people forget to ask that question, because that's going to tell you, it's there, babes. It's there. This is what you should see. You see that? It's there. Where it says sale, it's there. The lash policy is there. Give it a second to load, but it's there. And it's only $5. Okay, so back to what I was saying. You need to ask the question on where did you find us? The reason why you care about that is because you need to know where the bulk of your clients are coming from. Are they finding you on Google? Are they finding you on TikTok? Are they finding you on Instagram? Are they finding you through word of mouth? that question is so important to your business, because if most of your clientele, if they are finding you through word of mouth, that means that you may need to create a referral reward program. Like if you refer me 3 clients, you get half off of your fee. Or are they finding you through TikTok? That means that you need to, if most of your clients are finding you through TikTok, then that means that you need to pump up the advertising on TikTok. If it's Google, if you have a Google page, a Google business page, and they are finding you through there, that means that you need to make sure, like on your confirmation emails or your reminder emails, that you put a link for them to leave a review, or that you make sure that you post your before and after pictures to your Google business page. Do you guys see where I'm going with that question of how did you find us and why that's important to your business? That's literally the first question on my consultation form, because I need to know. I need to know where my clients are coming from. Okay, so another thing that you need to ask that's very important is, do you have an adverse reaction to lash adhesive? Now, you think that would be, you would think that would be a very common, no-brainer, common sense, that if you have an allergic reaction to lash adhesive, you would not be getting lashes. That's not always the case. I have had women that have came in and told me, well, I got lashes with my with another lash tech in my area or wherever they're from, and my eye kind of swelled up a little bit, but I think I should be okay now. Is that the client for you? Do you really want to take the risk of lashing this girl, and in 48 hours her eye done swelled up like this, because she feels like she can, things have changed all of a sudden? So you always want to have that discussion with your clients on if they have any type of adverse reaction to lash extension glue. And it may not even be all of that. She may just tell you, oh, I have sensitive eyes. So, okay, get your sensitive glue out. If you attended my lash adhesive masterclass, you would know that you could use clear glue. Clear glue is the same thing as sensitive glue. They just put sensitive on the bottle to upcharge you. But if you get clear glue, it does not have the black ink in it, which is one of the main irritants within lash glue adhesive. Which is why I went over in my lash adhesive masterclass, I went through all of the ingredients, so you guys would know what ingredient does what and what causes what reaction. And by popular demand, I'll be doing a repeat of that lash adhesive class. So if you didn't catch that last time, I suggest you go ahead and click follow so you can get the notification when I do that master class. Unfortunately, TikTok doesn't allow me to save the classes. So it's kind of like, you catch it when you catch it. That's why I try to do like a whole bunch of TikToks to say, hey, I'm about to do a masterclass. Also, if you subscribe to my email, I also send out emails saying, hey, I have a masterclass coming up. You may want to go ahead and register for it now. Okay, so another thing that you need to ask that's very important during your consultations is, have you gotten lash extensions before? Okay. Have you gotten lash extensions before? Because if you have a client that has not gotten lash extensions before, again, you want to build rapport and you want to build trust. with your clients, because that's what's going to keep you with the longevity of clients. Don't forget, ladies, we are women. Okay, we are women. How many times, I know that you guys probably have had the same hairstylist for years. I know your mom and your auntie has probably had the same hairstylist for years, the same esthetician, the same nail tech. Once we find somebody that is good at delivering a beauty service, we don't switch up. So establishing rapport with your new clients is very important. And an easy way to do that is just to ask the question, have you gotten lash extensions before? Because if it's their first time, that will give you the opportunity to walk her through your service, to make her feel more comfortable, to build rapport, i.e. trust. You can go into, okay, so this is normally what we're going to do. This is the way that the service works. I'm going to measure your eyes. I measure my clients' eyes before they even lay down on the bed. We're going to go ahead and talk about the lash style that would be best for your facial structure. I'm going to have a master class on that as well. We're going to have a master class on the facial structure. We're going to have a master class on the facial structure, but I'm going to measure your facial structure. We're going to choose the lash style that's best for you. And then you're going to lay down on the bed. I'm going to tape your eyes. You need to keep your eyes closed. It's going to be about a 2-hour service. Basically, you could take a nap. You could put in your headphones, whatever. We're going to, after 2 hours after your service, I'm going to remove the lash tape, and then you could see, your lashes are going to be done. So basically, you're just going to lay down, take a cat nap, relax. I'm going to turn on the heating blanket for you. If I'm in Texas, so it's a little cold outside. So I have a heating blanket. I could charge your phone during your service. That's another thing. Those little things that I mentioned, having a heating blanket, having an extra phone charger. Those are things that elevate your service and help you stand out. Now, I know a lot of you guys are new lash techs, so you don't have to go out and buy no heating blanket. You don't have to go out and buy an extra phone charger. Just make a mental note. Okay, when I start getting clients in, I need to go ahead and, if I have a little extra money, just go ahead and get me a little heating blanket for the days that it's cold. So when my clients lay on my lash bed, it's already nice and cozy. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm walking through Walmart. I see a little $3-4 charger. Let me go ahead and get that. So when my clients come in, if they need to charge their phone during their lash service, they can charge their phone. It's the small things that elevate your service. Okay. Also, if she says, yeah, I've had lash extensions before, how often did you get your fills? I'm going to take off the mic for this one. How often did you get your fills? I have seen women in the comments of other lash artists here on TikTok saying that getting 2-week and 3-week fills is a ripoff because their last lash tech, they only had to get a fill once a month. Did y'all hear me? There are lash techs out there that are using some type of adhesive that allows their lash extensions to stay on a month. That is very dangerous, and that is not good for the lash health of the client. As we all know, fills should be 2 to 3 weeks. This is why you need to have this discussion in your consultation, because if she went to one of these janky ass lash techs, yes, I just said janky ass lash techs, and her lashes only last 2 to 3 weeks, which is normal, which is the lash standard, you won't be getting a whole bunch of negative reviews online. You won't have a hostile conversation. Again, your consultation is the time to where you and your client become very clear on the expectations of her lash service. It is the time to where you build trust and rapport with new clients. I know these questions are very simple, but trust me, through trial and error, how would you go off about having that? How would I go about having what the consultation or the conversation around if a client tells me that lashes, their lashes from their previous lash tech lasted for a month, and she's looking at me crazy like you're telling me 2 or 3 weeks, but my last person, my last lash girl, I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. Her lashes lasted a month. Okay, well, I completely understand that. Unfortunately, that is not the standard. The standard is that you would need a refill every 2 to 3 weeks due to your lash health. I particularly in my business, I put your lash health first. That's a priority. Lash extensions do not break off your lashes. However, there are certain services that and guidelines that are in place to make sure that we preserve your lashes. I want your lashes to be strong and healthy, regardless if you have lash extensions or not. And due to the lash cycle in which your lashes grow, it is only healthy for the lashes to shed along with the lash extension every 2 to 3 weeks, which is why I recommend a fill every 2 to 3 weeks. All of the lash glue adhesives that I use, excuse me, are safe near the eye. All of them require for fills to be 2 to 3 weeks. Now I'm not sure what type of adhesive your last lash girl used, but the standard industry adhesive that I use requires fills every 2 to 3 weeks. Now, keep in mind, lash extensions are waterproof. They are very durable. You won't have to worry about, waking up with no lashes. However, due to the fact that I place natural lash health first, and I want your lashes to grow strong regardless if you have lash extensions, my services require 2 to 3 week fills. Is that something that you're going to be okay with as far as maintenance? Yeah, no, maybe so. And then depending on her response, that's going to decide if we move forward. But you see how having that conversation up front manages the client's expectations? Because if she's like, no, I don't feel like, I feel like I need to go back to my last lash lady because I get more bang for my buck because my lashes last a month. Fine. Fine. I won't say fine like that, but that's how I'll be thinking, like fine. I'll say, okay, well, if you would, my door is always open. You have my website. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you so much. It was nice meeting you. I'll walk you out the salon. And that's that. Okay, so that's how you would have that conversation. But do you see how important the simple questions are? Girl, I understand because when I first started, I was so scared to have those hard conversations, but you gotta have them. You gotta have them because sometimes people are crazy. Like, seriously. Seriously, if you do not manage expectations with a new client up front, there are some people that are literally unhinged and they will blow up your spot on your Instagram reviews, on your website reviews. If you use Style Seat for your booking, you know that clients can leave reviews right up under your service. So you definitely have to manage those expectations before they even lay down. Okay, I do not have time for you to be leaving no bad review on my Google page because my lashes don't last a month. And now people that haven't had lash extensions and they want them for the first time, they looking at your review like, oh no, I guess lash is supposed to last a month, and she over here jipping people that her stuff is only lasting 2 to 3 weeks. Y'all gotta think about, you see what I'm saying? And now that one review then ran off 2, 3, 4 clients. They want to try lash extensions, but they didn't saw that review, and now they thinking, you know, that you jipping and you really are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yes, girl, get your notebook out. I be telling y'all, get your notebook out, because I be trying to go by the agenda, but I be thinking about situations and scenarios, and I just kind of click out and then go over here, go step to the left, and do like a cute little story time. Okay, so yes, please make sure. Now I can clip this back. We can go back to being professional. I clip this right on back. I may do a question and answer. If y'all want me to do a question and answer, leave some hearts, and I'll do a question and answer maybe sometime this week. Okay, so ask them if they've received lash extensions before. Ask them how often do you get fills. If they say yes, I've had lash extensions before. And keep in mind, you guys, this is something that they're going to fill out. Okay? This is a form that they're going to fill out. And the reason why you want them to fill out a form, okay? You want them to fill out a form, and then you want to have a conversation afterwards walking through their answers, is because you want to cover your ass. Let me take a... You want to cover your ass. You want to have it in writing. You want to have it in writing. So if she come back on some extra stuff, I'm trying to keep it professional. If she come back on some extra stuff, you could say, no, boo boo. This is what you put on this paper. Okay, you're not gonna say it like that. Okay, y'all are lash techs, so I feel like I don't have to be as professional during this live as I would with a client. But y'all know what I'm saying. Have it in writing. Okay. Have your consultation form in writing where she has to answer it. You could do it digital. It doesn't have to be paperwork. The lash bundle that I sent that's on my site, you can literally copy and paste that into your booking site, and they have to answer those questions before they even book with you. Oh, thank you, Suze. I see you as my little client. She done came through. She done found me on the TikTok. Hey, girl. Okay, so make sure, that's why I included the consultation form, because they're going to fill it out, and then you're going to have a conversation. The second thing, we already went into this, but I'm just going down the list on the questions on the consultation forms. Do you wear strips or lashes or lash clusters? Is paper or digital better? That is a preference. If you are like booked and busy, digital would definitely be better, so you don't have to ever worry about losing the paperwork. If there's a flood or whatever, fire, whatever, you don't never have to worry about losing your paperwork if it's digital. Me personally, I ain't gonna lie to you. I make them do both if it's the first time, if they a first time client. You got to fill it out before you even make the appointment, and when you get here, you about to fill out the same thing on paper. And 9 times out of 10, they book in advance because they book in advance. So I messaged you. I need your email, babe. I need your email. Lux Aria Beauty. I saw your comment and I messaged you back. I responded back. I need your email, and I'll just send it to you. It should be sitting in your folder. That's what's aggravating. Oh, having to fill it out twice? I've never had any complaints. I've never had any complaints. Because 9 times, I know, as a client, it may be, I've never had any complaints. Because 9 times out of 10, they book 2 weeks in advance. And they didn't forgot that they even did that online to book. So when they get here to my lash studio and they fill it out on paper, and I make it, as you can see, I'm kind of a personable person. So I'm talking to them. It's like conversation form. So they don't even really realize that they're doing it a second time. But if you want to do one or the other, hey, it's your business. You do it however you want, as long as you have them fill out a consultation form. But me, I'm gonna do it on both ends, okay? Yeah, for some reason I've been having an issue with that. But some people get it and some people don't, which is crazy. Hampton, did you get it? Because you're saying I got the lash tracker, but it didn't send to my email. I've been hearing some people say that it's in their confirmation email. It should be in your confirmation email, but it's been going to a lot of people's spam. And then what will happen is you guys will DM me and say you didn't get it, and I'll send it to you personally. And then I'll have you guys come back a week later and be like, girl, it was sitting in a file on my phone, wherever they store the documents on my phone, because it automatically downloads. But if you ordered it and you didn't get it immediately, I don't have a problem. I don't care if you end up having 2 of them. I really don't. But I feel very strongly on, if you order something, you should get it. So with that being said, if you didn't get it and you want me to send it to you personally, I don't mind if you find it on your phone later. I will personally send it to you. Just leave me your email, okay? No problem. So do you wear contacts? You don't need to know that if they want lash extensions. And the reason why is before you have a service, okay, leave me your email address and I'll send it to you personally. I'll go on the back end and get your email. Send me your email address so I can confirm that you ordered it, and then I'll send it to you personally. For contacts, if they have in contacts, I always recommend that they remove their contacts before I start lashing. And the reason for that is, if, let's just say, this is their first time getting lash extensions, right? If they have an adverse reaction to the adhesive, the last thing that they need in their eye to complicate things is contacts. So I always go ahead, and if they mark, yes, I have in contacts, or yes, I wear contacts, during the conversation, during the consultation, I ask them, do you have in your contacts now? Yes. Okay. Do you mind going ahead and removing those? Your eyes are going to be closed during service, so you won't have to worry about really seeing or reading anything. And then after service, you're more than free to put them back in before you leave the salon. Okay? So that's one of those little things that you don't want to be complicating stuff. Okay? And sidebar, when I first started, I really didn't know how to tape down the bottom lashes. And there was a situation, okay, where I removed the tape, and somehow I had added excessive extensions to the lady's bottom lashes. And Lord Jesus, I thought I accidentally glued her eye shut. Real spill. Real spill, which is another reason why I'm going to do a masterclass on taping. But I'm so glad I had that lady remove her contacts before, because that could have been a real situation. Okay? I'm dead ass. I took off the microphone to tell y'all that. Okay? So make sure that they remove their contacts before service. All right? Are you pregnant? And that's not to be nosy. You want to know, you include that in the consultation form, because when you are pregnant as a woman, your hormones change. Okay? Your hormones change and your reaction to glue changes because your hormones are changing. Some women, when they're pregnant, they girl, I'm telling you, that taping situation, when I tell you my heart dropped. I think that was like the third or fourth lady client I ever lashed, and I really thought I glued that lady that her eye shut, because I didn't have a good taping method down. And I think I lashed like a good 8 of her bottom lashes. Girl with volume fans. I was scared. Pregnancy. Hormones change. Her lash extensions may not. It's okay. You gonna get it. I'm gonna do the master class on taping. I'm gonna teach y'all how to do it. Her lashes, because she's going through hormonal changes, they may legitimately not last 2 to 3 weeks. Okay? And that's a conversation that you need to have. Now, normally when they fill out the form, if they select no, I don't even bring it up. You didn't select it no. But if they selected yes, you need to have that conversation. Also, outside of how long the lash set will last due to their hormonal changes from pregnancy, you also want to double check. Okay, I see that you said that you're 5 months pregnant here. Congratulations. I just want to let you know, you booked Mega Volume for a full set that may take 2 to 2.5 hours. And I just want to know if you're comfortable with laying that long. Do we need to get you any extra support for your back? Or maybe would you feel more comfortable with your feet maybe slightly elevated as you lay? I just want to make sure that you are as comfortable as possible, because it will be a 2 to 2.5 hour service. You see how you're managing those expectations up front? When I was in school, the lash business next to us, their staff did glue it. Ooh, child. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm definitely going to do a master class on taping, because I'm telling you, it's a situation. Another question, and this is for our non-melanated ladies and clients. Do you get spray tans? Because spray tans are just as bad as foundational makeup on lash extensions. When we're talking about dirty lashes, when we're talking about fans closing up, you want to know that. Because if it's summer, which is a very, very busy time for lash techs, and you have a client that gets spray tans, not uses the tan out the bottle, but like she goes to an actual spray tan place and they spray her, you need to make sure that you let her know, make sure to to wear those goggles that they give you, or as soon as you finish the spray tan, you need to immediately wash your lashes to get the spray tan off. You may not see it, but it's there. Okay? Which side do you sleep on? Because that's going to tell you That's going to tell you when she comes back for her fill, she may not have, because I have some girls that they come back on the left eye, they always are missing lashes on their left eye because they sleep on their left. And you want to let the client know, okay, so I just want to let you know, if you sleep with your face on the pillow, left or right, that may cause some of your lash extensions to come out. Why? Because your head itself weighs 8 to 10 pounds and you're smashing 8 to 10 pounds into a pillow, and you may be adjusting and moving, which may cause some of your lash extensions to come out. Do you use any lash enhancements or growth serums? Because not every lash growth serum is lash extension friendly. So if they say yes, then you would just say, okay, you may want to, before you resume using that particular growth serum for your lashes, after this service, I would recommend that you double check to make sure that they're lash extension friendly. Because you have to think as the client, okay? You do not, no one wants to pay over $100. No one wants to pay, I don't care if it's $20. No one wants to pay money for a service or a product that doesn't last its full shelf life. Okay? I know these questions may seem like a lot, but like I said, you want to manage the client's expectations up front. Do you use gel, liquid, or pencil liner? If they do, you're going to want to recommend that they do not use any type of waterproof nothing on their lash line, because it's going to be hard to get off. Have you had any facials or eye procedures in the last 90 days? I had a girl that came in like 2 weeks before she had LASIK. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I didn't tell her like that, but no, ma'am. I'm not giving you a full set of lashes and you just had LASIK eye surgery. Excuse me? Or face, what is it called? Chemical peels. No, because that could mean around your eye area is extremely sensitive and may not be ready for any type of lash glue. Do you have a tendency to pick, rub, or pull your eyelashes? That's pretty, if they say yes, don't do that. Do you have dry eyes? You want to manage the expectations. You are giving a service. You are applying a chemical near someone's eye at the end of the day. So you need to get intricate with these questions, with what they do with their eyes before you even start. You need to, because they don't know that they can't go get LASIK surgery and then come to you 2 weeks later. Clearly, since I had a client that did that, they don't know that. You are the professional. They're coming to you to know if these things are okay. They don't know having a chemical peel a week ago may not be the best time for them to get lash extensions right now. They probably thinking about, a girl just got, some new skin. Okay, I'm about to get some lashes and rock a cute little natural. It's giving bare skin for the spring. It's your job as the professional to inform your client. No, you may need to wait another 3 weeks before. After surgery, if a client has had lash LASIK, I'm not touching you for 2 months. And let me tell you what. Let me take off the mic. Can y'all hear me? The reason why I would wait 2 months is because that's enough time for them to go and get checkups after their LASIK. The reason why I would wait 2 months is because that lash adhesive has invisible fumes. You can do 3 months. If your surgeon says 3 months, do 3 months. But me, it's a minimum of 2. It's a minimum of 2. And I've also, that's only happened to me one time, but I've also have heard other lash artists, if they ask you if you had any type of LASIK done, they require for them to the client on their next checkup to give them a note saying that they can get lash extensions. It seems over the top, but let me tell you something. When it comes to someone suing you, nothing is over the top. Nothing is over the top when it comes to protecting your business and your livelihood. So if you would feel more comfortable for your client, for you to request for your client to get a note from their doctor, their eye doctor, or their surgeon saying that they are cleared for lash extensions, do it. Don't feel bad. Get comfortable, like I said earlier in the masterclass. Get comfortable with having these uncomfortable conversations. Don't be timid. This your shit. This your shit. Okay? You the one that went to lash school. You the one that paid all that money for that lash certification. You the one that been sitting down making sure that you practice how to do lash sets every day with consistency. You the one that picked out your business name, your logo, your branding colors, your LLC, your website. You the one that's putting all this effort into advertising your services on TikTok or Instagram or whatever social media that you are using. When you think about all the time that you put into your stuff, asking for a doctor's note is not that big of a deal. Y'all see where I'm going with it? Do not be afraid. Be professional. You know, the way I'm talking on this live is not the way that I talk to my clients. Even though my clients feel me, you saw her in the chat. Because what? Because I build a rapport with my clients, so they know my personality. But I'm still a little bit more professional when it comes to them, especially when it's a new client. But like I said, if you feel more comfortable asking for them to bring a doctor's note, ain't no shame in your game. You ask and you put it on file. You put it somewhere where if you have paper consultations, you put it with that paperwork. Okay. So also you want to know, do they have, I could clip it now. Okay. We can go back to being cute. Okay. You want to know if they have any allergies. In my particular consultation forms, I ask them, and this may be overkill, but I ask them, what type of makeup remover do you use? Do you use any scrubs? What type of serums do you use? What type of eye creams do you use? What type of facial cleansers do you use? Toner, moisturizer, I ask all of that. And the reason why I ask all of that is because I don't want my client to pay. You have to put the client's best interest. You know, you have to include that. You have to protect your business, but you also want to put the client's interest as a priority as well. So again, I'm the professional. You're the professional. You're the professional. The client doesn't know that they can't be using oil-based serums and rubbing it all across their face. They don't know that if this is their first time getting lash extensions. They're depending on you as the professional to give them that information. That's just like when you go to the doctor. You depending on a doctor to tell you, this don't look normal. You didn't go to med school. He did. She did. So your client is depending on you to say, okay, now when you use your under eye cream, make sure that you are truly going under your under eye. Look up and apply your under eye cream, because that cream, the oils in that cream could cause your lash extensions to slip out before the 2 to 3 week time period. They don't know no better. They've been using that same eye cream. They mama didn't use the same eye cream. They grandma didn't use the same eye cream. I mean, in my family, it's like Pond's cold cream can't do no wrong. Everybody in my family uses Pond's cold cream. But you got to be careful when you have lash extensions. They don't know those things. So that's why I included it in my consultation form. Also, I know it's probably a given. But don't assume anything. In my consultation form, and I have it in my waiver too, so I'm going to repeat that once we get around to waivers. I asked for permission to post them on social media. Before and after pictures, before and after videos, verbal reviews where I ask them questions on video. I ask them, even though I'm sitting here taking pictures in their face and they are very, I mean, I'm going to have the camera. I mean, I'm not taking pictures of you from around the corner. I'm right here in your face taking pictures, okay? Before and after your service. However, you want to get express permission that you can use that same content on your social media to promote your business. Okay? Because what you don't want is for you to create a TikTok or a reel or whatever and it go viral, and then your sales boost and somebody, a hating ass client come out the woodwork and say they want a piece of it because you didn't use their like and images to promote your business. That has happened before, not to me, but I've heard a myth that has happened. I'm not sure if it's true or if it's not. I'm not trying to find out. So I get express permission to use any type of content, videos, pictures, before and after pictures, whatever, on social media. Okay, I ain't got time for the find out. Also, in my consultation, I just walk them through their eye shape, what type of lash style would best suit them. And this is conversational. Now the paperwork is done. We didn't walk through the paperwork. This part is conversational. What they do for a living, because an exotic dancer and a woman that works in corporate, they are going to have two different expectations. Even if it's a mega volume set. The exotic dancer may want a lot more length. Your lash client that is a director in corporate, can we add that? Can you add what question to our forms? You talking about social media? Oh, it's in my form. It's in my form. Yes. Add that right onto the form. If you got the lash bundle, it's in there. It's in there. Yes. You want them to certify, to confirm. Yes, you could use my stuff on social media. You could use my pictures and videos on social media to promote your business. So the expectation of a young lady that is a exotic dancer may not be the same expectation as a young lady that is in corporate. Even if they're both buying mega volume sets. One lady may want a cat eye, another lady may want an open doll. or a kitten. I am going to do a masterclass on eye shapes. Thank you for asking that question. I wish I had the time to do it now, but honestly, that's like literally that particular eye shape alone is literally an hour to 2 hour conversation, because the facial structure, we got to talk about facial structures. We got to talk about how different lash curls look on certain facial structures. We have to talk about lash lengths. Like, it's a whole situation. It's a whole situation. But thank you so much for asking that question, and I'll definitely put that agenda on the calendar for a masterclass. Now, do you guys have any questions about consultations before we move on to the next topic? No? Okay. If this information is helping you, please leave me likes. Please go ahead and like this live so I know that the information that I'm providing to you guys is valuable. Okay, so eyelash extension aftercare. That is a very good question. If they recently had a baby, does it affect their retention? What's recent? I think that's more of the question. Because when we think about pregnancy, when we think about right after a woman gives birth, for a while your hormones are still everywhere. Not to mention your body it has to be in a certain state in order to produce breast milk. So some of those hormones, the hormones levels are not going to go, right back to how they were before you got pregnant, or before the client got pregnant. So I would say if within 5 months, 1 to 5 months, I would have the conversation of, if she was like, no, I'm not pregnant, I just had my baby. Okay, when was your congratulations. When was the birth date? If it's within 5 months, I would definitely have the conversation of, due to your recent pregnancy, I just want to be clear with you and upfront. Your body may be still having hormonal changes, which may affect your lash retention for your lash set. So standard is 2 to 3 weeks. But if you're still going through a hormonal change right now, it may be a little bit less than. And that's how you have that conversation. Do you guys have any other questions? That was a really, really good question about about consultations with your client. Okay, we're going to go over to eyelash extension aftercare. And I'm just going to go through the full form because I'm not going to assume that you guys know everything about aftercare. Oh. Yes, medication. That's another thing. Now, the reason why I had questions about medication on my consultation form, but my mentor advised me to remove it because, getting involved in someone's medical history or, illnesses, now that's a little bit of a fine line. But to answer your question, the same way medication may affect your hair or your skin, it could have an effect on the client's lashes. But finding out if they're on a medication that would affect their lashes, I have not figured out how to do that. To tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie to you, because how do you ask that question? Before, I would just put it in my consultation form until I was advised to remove it. So if you can get that information without offending anybody, hey, manage the expectations up front. Okay. Do you guys have any other? You guys are asking some really, really good questions about these consultation forms. Do you guys have any other questions? Where's mine? Do we have any other questions? Okay. You guys, we are going into an hour and 15 minutes. This live was only supposed to be an hour, but we're going to keep it rocking. I'm going to stay on a little bit longer. Okay, so let's get through Lash Aftercare. All right. I need to update this. The biggest myth that we are all learning now is that you can get your lashes wet within 24 to 48 hours. So if you are telling your clients, oh, don't get your lashes wet within 24, 48 hours, please stop saying that. When you think about when you do a lash set, a lot of us use nano misters. And if you were in my Lash Supplies 101 masterclass, you know why you use a nano mister. But if you weren't, I'm going to tell you now. Okay? A nano mister helps to cure, i.e. set, i.e. harden the glue, the molecules around the lash extension and the natural lash. It helps to bond it together quicker. Okay? So if you could use a nano mister literally right after service, why can't she get her lashes wet? Smoking and lashes. Okay, what do you mean? Are we talking about heat near the lashes? Because normally I include that question as part of my consultation conversation around the holidays. When I know women are cooking turkeys and pies and stuff, I tell them, okay, so just make sure when you open the oven to allow the hot air to escape first before bending down. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about smoking? Because my initial answer for that question, smoking and lashes, is keep the lighter away from your lash extensions. So whatever you smoking, if you smoking whatever you smoking, that ain't none of my business. Light it like this. Don't have it in your mouth and lighten it like that. Have it out, light it, and then smoke it. But again, that depends on how comfortable you are with your clients. Because some of my clients, honey, I got some OGs. They be coming in smelling like straight dank. Okay? I know they smoke. So we can have that conversation of how to properly light that. If they come in smelling like cigarette smoke, you don't be laughing. I'm telling y'all. Once you start booking clients and you get repeat clients, they will come back to you and you will build a rapport the same way that you have with your hairstylist. To where sometimes you could just you and your hairstylist just be in there caking and just being real. If you rolling up into my lash salon and you smell like straight dank, okay, like you hotboxed, waiting on your appointment, I'm gonna tell you, girl. Okay, now when you lighten that, make sure you hold it out for a second and you light it like this, and you just kind of blow on it for a second, so you won't have that lighter near your eyes. They appreciate it. I ain't never had nobody get offended. It's normally, oh, you can smell it on me. I put some perfume. Ma'am, you smoked a whole blunt on your way over here. I could smell it on you. You had the windows up. I could smell it on you, ma'am. 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 I could smell it on you. That Bath and Body Spray, I know. I know you like the pink chiffon, but that pink chiffon is not covering up that dank. It's not. Girl, I'm quick to call somebody ma'am. What's my opinion on washing lashes right after the appointment to cure the adhesive? I mean, you can, but it's unnecessary. If you wash the lashes before you even started the service, there's no need for you to, which you should be doing. Sidebar, I don't care if it's a feel. I don't care if it's a full set and she ain't got a lick of lash nowhere. You always wash the natural lashes or the lash set before you start doing anything, before you start your service. Okay? Y'all get into the habit of that. If you are a new lash artist, please, 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 that is a tip. That is a hack. When you when you put lash extensions onto clean, natural lashes, your lash sets will last longer. Even for fill appointments, do not miss that vital step. Okay? But you should be doing it before service. And if you did it before service, there's no reason to do it after service. I'm telling you, because when I started lashing and I was just laying folks down and just lashing and not washing their stuff first, my stuff was not lasting. Because people be having stuff on their natural lashes and they don't know. Now, some of my OG girl, they know not to play with me. Some of my old clients, they already know. Okay? Some of my clients, they will have their lash wash with them and go into the bathroom and wash their own damn lashes. And be coming out like, I'm ready. But if you're a new lash tech, every lash set, wash before service, okay? Now this is what they do need to do. Avoid swimming and facial treatments 24 hours after the appointment, okay? If they use a washcloth, they do not need to be using that within 24 to 48 hours because people, they be going all like this and rubbing and stuff. Just let the lashes chill for a second. They need to let the lashes chill for a second before they start using washcloths and stuff all near their eyes. Does that make sense? Does dry eyes affect their extensions? They can. If you have a client that has literally been diagnosed, I forgot what the medical term is, but diagnosed with dry eyes, lash extensions may not be the best for them because of the glue adhesive. Keep in mind, glue adhesive has invisible fumes when you're applying it, which is why it's so important for you guys to have a good taping method, which is why it's so important for you guys to please stop. If y'all don't stop swiping the extra and excess glue off that lash extension onto the lash pad, stop doing that. Because when you wipe off that extra glue onto the lash pad, those fumes are still sitting there right to your client's eye. Okay? Stop doing that. And if they have dry eyes or something like that, that's going to make the situation worse because those fumes, that glue is still emitting fumes. And you done wiped off the excess lash adhesive right on the lash pad. And then we gotta lift the eye a little bit with tape so we could get all the lash layers. So they eye is like literally kind of open and you steady wiping extra glue off the extension onto the lash pad. You see how problematic that is? Don't do that. Okay. Let's see. In the morning, I have on here, in the morning, use a lash brush. Don't be using your because again, your client, you're the expert. They don't know how to take care of their natural lashes. So that's why I included aftercare instructions that you can give them in my lash policy bundle. Use a lash brush. You guys know that, but some clients, they be liking to use their fingers, and your fingertips have natural oils, which are problematic for your lash extensions. After saunas and steam rooms, you need to let them know that weakens the bond of the glue. Okay, so I have one or two clients that are pretty athletic and they like to go and sit in steam rooms. Do that right before you have a feel. If you got to sit in a steam room, do it right before you need a feel. Don't do it when you got a fresh set, because it's going to weaken the glue. That heat is going to weaken, that moisture is going to weaken the glue. Okay? Avoid oil-based products near the skin, including but not limited to cleansers, eye creams, eye serums, facial moisturizers, lotion, Vaseline. Oils that come in contact with your lashes could weaken the lash adhesive. Avoid waterproof cosmetic products, especially liners like what we talked about earlier. Avoid glycose and carbonate based makeup products. These are classes of cosmetic ingredients that act as solvents in product formulas. Many mascaras, eyeliners, and makeup removers contain these ingredients and will compromise the lash bond. Okay? And then I tell them to wash their lashes. Okay, do y'all have any questions about the aftercare before we move over into consent, release, and waiver, honey? Ooh, yeah, see? Yeah, dry eyes. That's why I have it in my consultation form, because if you have dry eyes, that could go left or right, to be honest with you, on good or bad. Can lash lifts mess with retention? Ooh. How long should they wait after a lash lift? Now, okay. This is like a kind of a loaded question. If they're getting a lash lift, or if they've had a lash lift recently, they shouldn't be getting lash extensions like that. I mean, you got a lash lift, so your natural lashes will look more voluminous and more long. Now, how long you should wait, to be determined. I'm going to have to research that and come back, because I've literally never had a client that has asked me that question. And I'm not in the business of assuming and giving you guys bad information. I'd rather say I don't know and then make a TikTok about it so you can come and find it. Okay? I'd rather say I don't know now, go do my research, and then provide you with the good information, with good and trustworthy information. So, the answer to your question is how long should they wait? The answer to that is I don't know, but hopefully you're following my page, because now that you've put that in my brain, I'm going to have to research that and find out, because now I'm genuinely curious. Very good question. Okay, so are we ready to move on to the consent, release, and waivers of liability agreement? Are we ready to move on to that? Okay. So, it is a form that they will initial and sign, whether that's digital or paperwork. Physical paper. Now, as I said at the beginning of the live, okay, I do not know the laws in your country or state. This is just a bare bottom template. If you should want to use this template, that's fine, but you may need to get it looked over by legal counsel to make sure that it abides by the rules, laws, and regulations in your state and for your licensing requirements for your state. Okay? I'm just going to read it off. And if you have a notebook, maybe there are some things that you may hear that you want to add to your policy, or maybe you just want to take some notes, okay? This is what I have my new clients fill out. I, undersigned customer, consent to synthetic eyelash extensions attached to my natural lashes serviced by, you could put in your name. I put my name and my business. Okay. The service and its associated risks have been explained to me by the service provider in the terms that I understand. The explanation included the benefits of the service, the nature of the service and how the service will be performed, the type of materials and adhesives during the service, the most frequently occurring risks of the service, and those risks which are unlikely to occur but may involve serious consequences, included but not limited to the risk of experiencing blepharitis, an allergic reaction to the adhesive materials used to attach the eyelash extensions to my natural lashes and to the synthetic eyelash material. Traction alopecia and its associated symptoms, an eye injury due to the synthetic or natural lashes falling onto or into my eye, and an eye or other injury occurring during the performance of the service. Other things that have been explained to me: how to properly care for the synthetic eyelashes applied during the service, how often I would expect to repeat the service, and the best methods for caring for the synthetic eyelashes after the service is performed, and factors that may affect retention of lashes. That seems like a whole lot, but this form that they are signing, they are certifying that those things have been explained to them before they have the service. Okay? So that's very important, especially the most frequently occurring risks of the service and those risks which are unlikely to occur. They are signing their name saying that you, the professional, has explained to them those risks. So they are very clear on what could happen with lash extensions. Whether they have an allergic reaction in 24 hours, whether they are, they get blepharitis, alopecia, all of that. And that goes to pregnancy hormones, medication, effects of medication. Okay, so they can never say that you didn't explain that to them, because they are literally signing documentation with their name, with their initial, with their signature, saying that all of that has been explained to them and they are fully aware of the risks, and they are still willing to get eyelash extensions. Because keep in mind, we are providing a service near someone's eyes. Okay, eyesight is very important. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. I was given the opportunity to ask the service provider any questions I have regarding the service. Okay, are we starting to understand how and why consultations are so important? And I have had those questions answered to my satisfaction. Meaning, I gave you ample room, ample time to ask me any questions that you had, and I answered them all to your standard of expectations. Based on the foregoing, based on all the stuff I just listed out, I hereby assume all of the risks associated with the service, whether known or unknown, including but not limited to the risk of personal injury or property damage. I don't know why there would be property damage, but my mentor's lawyer just included that in, so we just gonna rock it. As consideration for service provider performing the service, I forever Okay. I forever release service provider and his, her, its respective doctors, officers, members, managers, employers, agents, contractors, attorneys, representatives, successors, and assigners from any and all actions, claims, or demands that I, my assignee, heirs, next of kin, spouse, personal representatives, and legal representatives now have or may have in the future for injury. Y'all see why waivers are so important? Girl, because people will come back to you in 6 months talking about that they didn't had a bad reaction and they want to sue you. That's why forever. Forever and ever and ever. Forever, my lady. That's why forever. Because even though you operate your business in honesty, authenticity, and integrity, unfortunately, not all your clients operate in the same way. You see what I'm saying? When I tell you policies and waivers are important, I know y'all didn't heard small businesses, not necessarily in our industry of lashes. I know y'all didn't heard of janky people, scammers doing chargebacks. They'll get the product and then go to their bank and say they didn't get the product so they can get their money back. When it comes to a service industry, people will come back to you weeks and months after the fact, complaining about a service you didn't did 2-3 months ago, wanting their money back. So that's why forever. So I'm going to read, that was a lot going on in that one sentence. Okay. So I'm going to just read it one more time, because that sentence really represents why you need a waiver. Okay. Let me get a little sip of the water. Hold on, because that sentence is a mouthful. Okay. As consideration for the service provider performing the service, I forever release the service provider. Because keep in mind, you may not be a solo lash artist forever. Okay? You may grow your business to where you have employees, you have managers. Okay? So this particular waiver that's included in my lash policy bundle, this just assumes you got a full on, you running a full salon with employees, with assistants, with managers. It's assuming all of that. So we got to cover everybody to make sure that everybody is protected. Okay? I forever release service provider and his, her, its, even if you non-binary, we got you. His, her, its. If you go by they and there, we got you. Okay? His, her, its respective directors, officers, members, managers, employees, agents, contractors, attorneys, representatives, successors. So if you have a lash business and maybe you want to pass it on to your daughter, successors or your son, no judgment, and assignees from all and any actions, claims, or demands that I, the client, my assignees, my heirs, meaning my kids, next of kin, brothers, sisters, aunties, uncles, spouse, my husband or my wife, personal representatives, and legal representatives now have or may in the future for injury. So even your lawyers can't come at me. Even your lawyers can't come at me. Okay? For injury, now this is over the top. Injury, death, ain't nobody gonna die. or personal damage in any way related to the service. Okay? And moving on, by initialing at the end of this paragraph, I grant the service provider permission to reproduce, publish. You see, I told you I have it in my paperwork twice. Okay? I grant the service provider permission to produce, publish, distribute, or otherwise use in a reasonable manner my name, photographs, likeness and statements. Think about reviews. Okay, so when you post maybe a screenshot of your client's review on your Instagram or on your story or on your TikTok, likeness and statements included but not limited to before and after pictures of my eyes, eyelashes in connection with the promotion of the service or the products, because your girls the girls are moving to selling tweezers and lash trays. Okay, so you may need some of the content that you took with this client to promote other things that you are selling within your business. Let's see. Service or product, to promote service or products used in the service in all media included without limitation, the internet, the whole internet, honey, the World Wide Web, social media, news articles. You never know, you might be featured in an article within your city. Dallas Morning News, #1 lash tech. And they quietly take some pictures off your Instagram page to write an article about how everybody is ranting and raving about your services. You do not need that client coming out the woodwork talking about some I'm gonna sue you, or I want these pictures taken out the morning news, or this magazine, or this Instagram page. Okay. Let's see. The internet, social media, news articles, advertisements, or other electronic or printed materials. If my initials are not present at the end of this paragraph, then the above described permission has not been granted. So, and I have that in bold and underlined. So once they put their initials there, they are agreeing to all of that. And I don't know if y'all could see that, but they have to initial it and still print their name, sign it, and date it. As you can see, I don't be playing no games with my waivers. Policies. Okay, do y'all have any questions about that waiver? If you guys are liking the information, I know that it's a lot. I know that I'm just sitting here talking. But if you guys are feeling the information, please drop me some hearts so I know that I'm offering valuable content, or content of value. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, what? I have these forms. There is a link in my bio. And I have the forms there. Thank y'all for the hearts. Oh, damn. Oh, I'm not supposed to cuss. Thank y'all for the hearts. I'm happy that this is helping y'all, because normally y'all know I be having my little whiteboard, but this is a little different. I can't write all this out, so I just figured I'd just pull up. But y'all see, I did my little situation, my little to set the vibe. You know, I ain't gonna be, I'm gonna do a little razzle dazzle since I don't have my whiteboard. But yes, click the link in the bio to get the Lash policy bundle, and it's all there. Okay. So let's go over policies and procedures. Policy bundle, and it's all there. Okay. So let's go over policies and procedures. Okay. Now I want to let you guys know that this is more personal to what fits you. Girl, I was so upset. I was so upset. You see how cute this is with my little name up at the top and the name of my little my master class. So when somebody is scrolling, they could be like, "Oh, I don't have no lash policy. I may need to tune in." I put some time into creating this little graphic and it wasn't acting right. Girl, that's a Leo trait for you. We don't really just have patience with stuff we didn't put when we expect something to go a certain way and we didn't put time and effort and it don't go our way, we start to get real irritating. I had to, woosah and say, a little affirmation that it was gonna be all right. And but now we here. Now we got the vibe. Okay, now we got the vibe. Oh, that's how you got here. See, then it's working. Then I know that my effort was not in vain. So I think anytime that I do a sit down like this, I think I'm gonna continue to do this situation. But if this is your first live, know that normally I do classroom style to where I have a whole whiteboard and I write things out. But since this is we're going over policies and waivers, I felt like that was too much to write out, and this is a little bit better. Also, since I have the bundle that you guys can get, and you can always just use a notebook and take notes. You know what I mean? Free information. Also, if you're liking these tips, make sure that you go to. I have a Lash blog. You could get to that with the link in my bio. So make sure that you check that out. If you did not, for all of my email subscribers, I actually gave them the Lash policy bundle for free today. Okay. So make sure that you subscribe to my email list. So moving forward, when I do my masterclass, number one, you'll get an email about my masterclass. And number two, a lot of the times I put a lot of free stuff to my email subscribers. Cause y'all, I feel like if you subscribe to my email list, that means you really rock with me. So if you really rock with me, I'm going to take care of y'all. Okay. So let's go on to policies and procedures. Let me clamp this. I think I want some Wingstop. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking out loud. Policies and procedures are more personal to your business. So, you could set those up the way that you like, but I'm going to just go through what I have. And if it works for you, then that's fine. But if it doesn't, then that's fine too. But I'm going to go through mine so you can kind of get a feel for what may work for my business may not work exactly for your business, but maybe you can finesse it and move it to where it works best for your business. Okay. So number one, we're in the time of COVID. Okay. So you need to have policies in place that are specifically for COVID. Okay. Also, policies and procedures, before I go into this, I have a pinned tutorial. If you have Acuity or a booking site, instead of just having all these policies and having like a whole book for your client to read, I designed my Acuity site on Canva, and I have a whole tutorial in a TikTok video that's pinned at the top of my page to show you how it looked before and how it looked after I got a hold to Canva. Okay. So you may want to take a look at that. Okay. Because it makes a difference. Like it really makes a difference. Oh, that's how you found me? Cool. See? It makes a difference. I have gotten really good feedback from new clients because I updated the way that my site looks. Yep, with that Canva TikTok tutorial. Yep. It went viral. That TikTok was shared, no lie, over 1,000 times when I looked at the analytics. So I'm happy that was helpful for you guys. Okay, so let's go into what I have for my COVID-19 policies. All clients' temperature is checked at the door. Okay, I have like that little forehead gun. I let them know that all of my sanitation practices have been updated, and I could also provide them with a list of what I do. And I know that may sound like overkill, but as a Leo woman, you ain't never gonna catch me slipping, and that's on the real. So if somebody asks me for my sanitation procedures, I have that available for me to email them to them right then from my phone. What's your email? Oh, I have it. Let me go ahead and email this to you. Don't if hey, this is your business. Take pride in it. You put in the effort. You paid money to learn how to lash. Okay, you put in time. You are sitting on this masterclass right now as we speak, putting in time to learn how to run your business. Always cover your behind. Don't ever allow anybody to catch you slipping if you can help it. Okay? So, take a moment. Okay, pull up Word. Type out your sanitation procedures. Save it on your phone. Okay? If you like me and you a true crime aficionado, I typed mine while I was watching 2020. Okay, and just have it saved on your phone. So if anybody ever asks you that, you have it readily available. Especially since you have policies specifically for COVID-19. Because how you going to require your clients to do this and do that and have their temperatures checked, but you can't even provide them with how you sanitize your lash bed and your lashing area. You see what I'm saying? If you was a client and you like, okay, I'll get my temperature checked. I'll wear a face mask. I won't come in if I have symptoms. But what you doing? How you clean? How you sanitize? How do I know that you are sanitizing in between clients? And you like, well, I'm going to have to write something up. No. Take pride in your business. Have that readily available. Okay? Clients will be provided with the face mask if they don't have one. If you're showing symptoms of COVID-19, clients are urged not to book. We have the right to refuse service. We have the right to refuse service. And I believe that's also in my policy or consultation form, one of those that they have to sign. That, that sentence is so powerful. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you now, the client ain't always right. The client is not always right. And unfortunately, you may have a situation with the client. Maybe she's rude. Maybe she's being disrespectful. Maybe she's being demandative. Okay? It may not even be all that. Maybe she just got LASIK a week ago and trying to force you to give her lashes because she's about to go to Jamaica. Having the sentence of I have the right to refuse service in your policy, waivers, and procedures is so important. In other words, don't play with me. I'm nice, but don't play with me. I do really good lashes, but don't play with me. If you are disrespectful, if you do not follow my procedures or policy, I have the right to refuse service. And before I even started on your service, you just signed off with your initials, you printed your name, and you dated it, and you gave me your signature that I have the right to refuse service at any time. This service or any service in the future. Okay? For me, this is something that you can decide for your personal business. No call, no shows. Baby, you gonna get charged the full price. Hello? the full price, and you forever off of my books. You will not be able to book another appointment with me. Why? Because that time slot of 2.5 hours, I could have actually got a client. Or I could be on TikTok doing a live for 2.5 hours, giving y'all free information. I could be sending out emails to my email subscribers. I could be writing a fresh blog for my blog readers. I have a YouTube channel. I could be recording content for that 2.5 hours. So for me, in my lash salon, if you cancel without calling and you just straight up just no show, I'm charging you the full price. And I have my policies on my site before they even book, so they know what's up. Also, my late policy. This is my late policy. You don't have to do the same. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. But before I go into it, let me be clear. Let me be very clear. Do not require of your clients something that you will not do for them. I'm going to say that again. Do not require of your clients something you would not do for them. Meaning, my late policy is 10 minutes late, or you're going to be charged a $15 late fee. 15 minutes late and your appointment will be canceled and you'll be charged $30. I cannot tell my clients that they're going to be charged a $15 late fee for being 10 minutes late if I'm rolling in with Starbucks 10 minutes late. I know we didn't all have that hairstylist. They want to charge you a late fee, but she be coming in 30 minutes late. That's tacky. That's unprofessional. That makes your business look bad. Ooh, I hope y'all didn't hear that stomach growl. That makes your business look bad. You lose the trust of your client. I know because I had a hairstylist like that. See, so tacky, I never went back to her. So what do you do when they are late and you have a client right after? That's why I said no more than 15 minutes late. If you're 15 minutes or more late, I will cancel the appointment. In my booking system, when I cancel the appointment, the client gets an email and a text that their appointment has been canceled, and then I send them a personal text. Okay, I'll send them a text myself to remind them of my late policy, and then I send them the link so they can rebook if they choose to do so. Okay, and again, you guys, do not have late policies if you know your ass is late. Don't do that. That makes you and your business look so bad. You wouldn't believe how far you will get with clients, how you will keep your clients if you get a hold to being on time. Okay? You are dealing with not all of your lash clients. You got to think as a new lash tech, you can't be thinking that your clients are forever going to be your cousin and your sister and all them. You got to think for the future. You have to manifest what you want. Okay? So don't get in the habit of being late and disrespectful. I know she your sister. I know that's your cousin. Okay? I know that's your mama. They need a consultation too. They need a consultation form too. They need to sign a waiver. Okay? If anything, you want to get in the habit of running your business like you already making 6 figures. Do you hear me? Because if you don't, you ain't going to get there. If you don't put in the good habits now, it's going to be harder for you to build a six-figure business. So being something as easy as punctual and on time makes a really big difference with your clients. Okay? Especially ones with the bread. The ones that tip heavy. Okay? Because if they tip heavy, they got things to do. They probably got a nail appointment right after you. You don't want to give nobody no reason to not like your service or not tip you heavy. So if being there 5-10 minutes earlier, do that. If you got to download the Starbucks app and get there an hour before, do what you need to do, but do not show up late for your clients. That is so tacky. Okay. Let's see. And then I kind of go through the service. I go ahead and write that out in my policies. But I also have, though rare, allergic reactions can occur within 6 to 48 hours after the lash extensions are applied. If a reaction is suspected, lash removal will be performed at no cost. Pause. If a client is having a reaction, it depends on what type of reaction she's having before you start doing a removal. Okay? If a client calls you and says, "Oh my gosh, girl, my eye done swelled up." Fun fact, that actually happened to me. It wasn't me. It wasn't my glue. It was, I hate to say it like this, but it was her. She had a bad reaction to that glue. I've been using the same glue forever. Not the same glue bottle. Let me back it up. The same glue, the same lash company, the same glue from that lash company. And they never had no problems with it. Okay? She had a bad reaction. She wanted to come back within 24 hours and have me remove her lashes. I refused. She had to go to urgent care because her eye swelled up. Okay? The reason why I refused is, let's think about how we remove lashes as lash artists. Let's take a moment. We use either a gel or a cream chemical, don't we? We tape the bottom lashes down. We have the client close their eye, and we apply a cream or a gel chemical that will break down the lash adhesive and remove the lashes. If you have a client that has an irritated, red, swollen eye, do you think the best course of action would be to apply a chemical to an already inflamed eye area? The answer to that question is hell no. It's really an F no, but I'm on TikTok and I don't want them to pull my live. So, fun story time. Client got lashes. She had a bad reaction. And when I tell you her eye swelled up, it swelled up something serious. I advised her that let me move my computer. Let me get up close. I advised her that I was not a medical professional. I advised her because she was like, "Well, what do I do? Do I need to take them off? Do I need to come back to you? What do I am not a medical professional. So what I would advise you to do is to either go seek your family doctor or go to an urgent care." At this time, because she sent me pictures and her eye was swollen. At this time, I don't think it's the best course of action for us to apply any additional chemicals to your eye area in order to remove the lash extensions. Okay? So she ended up going to urgent care. All right? It was a bad allergic reaction. Then, child, this girl wanted to come back to me. She told me that they had gave her some inflammatory medication. Okay? This girl wanted to come back to me I think she texted me like 3 weeks later, talking about she wants to book another appointment. Ma'am, you have a severe allergy to lash adhesive. So, the professional way that I handled that was I said that I would only provide lash services to her if she got written clearance from her doctor and was able to provide that to me. In actuality, I was never going to do her lashes again. I was never going to touch her eyes again. No. But I knew saying that a lot of people are not going to go to an optometrist just to get a waiver. A lot of people are not going to go through all that. They just going to be like, forget it. I won't get the lashes, or forget it. I'll go to somebody else. Perfect. But if they do have allergic reaction, okay, do not, it depends on the allergic reaction, okay? Now, if they like, oh, my eyes are just a little bit itchy, or I'm experiencing just some irritation, and it's not really anything visible, then you can remove the lash extensions. But if you got something to where they eyes like puffed up, I'm not a medical professional. My advice to you is to go to an emergency care or urgent care, or to seek the advice from a licensed medical professional. And then when they get it taken care of, I need a waiver from an optometrist or your medical provider saying that you could get lash extensions. Okay? This is the stuff they don't teach you when you take them certifications. They be leaving y'all wide open legally. Okay? We don't do that around here. I also have, we do not refund the cost of a full set for an allergic reaction. And the reason why I did that is because I asked you multiple questions within the consultation form. I asked you what products you use. I asked you if you had lash extensions before. I asked you, do you have dry eyes? I asked you, do you have allergies? I did my due diligence to figure out if lash extensions were the best thing for you. It's not fair to me to spend my time, lash supplies, and glue on servicing you after I did my due diligence, and either you lied or you didn't know, and now I got to refund you everything. No. But again, that particular piece is in my policies. You don't have to put that, but I have it in mine. Okay. And those are mainly, we're going on 2 hours. Okay, so those are mainly the main things within my policy. If you want the full policy, the full write out of my policies, if you subscribe to my my email list earlier today, the lash bundle is already sitting in your inbox. If you want the lash bundle, click the link in my bio and you could grab it, okay? Now, you guys, make sure that you follow my page so you could catch my next masterclass. I'm thinking I may do I may go ahead and redo, because y'all have been emailing me about my lash supplies masterclass and my lash adhesive masterclass that y'all missed. Okay? So I may go ahead and redo those. So if you're on my email list, Make sure that when you see an email from me that you go ahead and open it, because I'll have a link right there that says masterclass coming up, register. Here are some free templates that we're going to go over. Everybody else is going to have to buy them, but you get them for free. Okay? And even if you, ooh, my stomach is growling, child. Even if you just didn't subscribe to my email list, the Lash Policy Bundle is only $5, you guys. And think about all the things that we just went over and how important they are. That's worth $5. Okay? Tape and eye shapes. Yes, I'm going to have a master class for that too. My objective is to have one once a week. Okay? Around the same time, Sunday at 6 o'clock, because I feel like Sundays is like everybody's wind down time. Okay? You done got ready for the day. You can listen to my live while you meal prepping or while you cleaning up stuff around the house. I wanted to choose a time when everybody is kind of like winding down. Okay? If you got kids, they should be getting a bath together around this time, leaving you the hell alone. You could grab you a glass of wine and just sit and listen. Oh, you learned a lot. I'm so happy. I'm really, really happy that I made an impact and provided you guys with information that you didn't have before. So before I log off, I just want to tell you guys the basis of my TikTok page, okay? I got scammed when I first started through a lash certification, okay? And I created this TikTok page so it won't happen to anybody else. So that's why I do these master classes for free, to give you guys the information that I had to learn by trial and error on my own. I told y'all I almost glued somebody's eye shut at the beginning of this master class. I literally had to do trial and error. And I get so many emails from you guys saying that you pay hundreds to thousands of dollars and don't feel like you learned anything. Okay? Some of y'all, one girl said that she took a volume lash certification, and girl, why she teach her how to do volume fans by using easy fans? I'm dead. I know they be scamming y'all. So, I want to provide y'all with free information. That's why I got the Lash blog. That's why I started the email list, so I could send y'all free stuff and email tips. Okay? Man, easy fans are the devil. I said it. They got too much glue and they look like spider webs. They look like spider legs on people's eyes. They don't hold a curl and they're not durable. I said what I said. Okay? And Alexis agrees with me. Alexis Nevada, she agrees with me. Okay? Easy fans. I would prefer, listen. Do not buy easy fans. Get pre-made fans from a good company, such as Lash Makers, such as Cami Nguyen, LLC, okay? And I want to say the Lash Anarchist, she has pre-mades. If you don't know how to do volume, and they even have pre-made mega volume fans, go that route. But do not use no easy fans. Not because I think that you lazy, not because I think that that's taking the easy way out. I don't give a damn, okay? They just don't look good. They just don't look good. They don't look light and fluffy. They look hard and stiff and like spider legs from people's eyes. Okay? And I can't tell you how much money I wasted when I was a new lash artist thinking that I could use easy fans and that would be the same. It's not. Don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time. Just get you some pre-mades. And you thug it out until you learn how to make a volume fan with the pre-mades. No, Man, you could get a super thin base with the pre-mates, but you're gonna have to squeeze that mug like for dear life, honey. Your fingers gonna be straight sore from all that pinching you gonna do, because the pre-mates be having all that glue, because that's how they're, I mean, not pre-mates, the easy fans got all that glue. That's why they're easier to fan, because they got that glue at the base. But they don't look good. So take yourself over there. Yes. Take yourself over there to Cammy Newen. I'm giving y'all the recipe. And I'm saying Cammy's pre-mates because that girl be giving damn near the amount of fans that she gives in one tray, and one pre-made tray is ridiculous. She give you what other people are charging. She give you twice the amount of pre-mades. And she be having sales. Cammy Newen, I have a video on her on a lash glue she had a sale on, and I tagged her. She on TikTok. Hold on. Let me see if I can find her real quick. And I'll type it in the chat. Okay, there she go. Okay. Let's see. Can I write in here? Oh, yeah. Okay. It is at Cammy. This is her TikTok address, you guys. So you could literally just go straight over there. It's how you know I ain't even trying to scam y'all. I'm sending y'all to other people with lash supplies. She ain't paying me. This is not a affiliate situation. I just truly like her products. That's her name. Look, y'all, I didn't drop the mic. Okay? You're welcome. All right, so make sure that y'all join my email list, because I announced to my email subscribers when I'm gonna do a masterclass before I even do it on TikTok. Because again, if you rock with me hard enough to give me your email address, I'm a rock with you. You're gonna get free shit. You're gonna get announced stuff first, all that. Also, ladies, I will be coming out with because I get a lot of inboxes on, especially when I did my Lash Adhesive Masterclass. A lot of y'all wanted an ebook for that. Okay, so I will be doing ebooks on certain topics. Okay, such as policies, procedures, and waivers, and why they're important. Such as glue, adhesive, what's in it, what are the ingredients, how they affect your client, how to use it, how to manipulate your glue. Okay, how to buy lash glue, what you need to look for, how people are scamming y'all. All right, because I know as a new lash artist, I got scammed a lot. There was so much money I wasted because I didn't know no better. So I will be dropping ebooks on specific subjects. Y'all know I ain't trying to this ain't no get rich scheme. So I'm not going to charge y'all out the ass for no damn ebook. Okay. All right. Y'all already spending a lot of money. Y'all already got people trying to come at y'all throats with these. Let me not go on a tangent, but y'all already know people trying to get y'all with these lash certifications. Okay. See, yeah, T-Dance, But every other kind I tried. Yes, totally agree on the spot. Yes, that's how I found out the Easy fans were bullshit. Because, people really be advertising their brand of Easy fans like it's just the best thing since sliced bread. Then when you actually get them, it don't be, I don't know where they be putting filters. I don't mean to bash nobody, but I mean, come on. Come on now. You knew these Easy fans were bullshit when you started selling them. Let's be real. That's why I tell y'all, just get pre-made fans. Just get the pre-mades. They quicker anyway. They quicker anyway than the Easy fans. They already made. You just dip them in place. Okay? We done started at 6 o'clock. It is 8:21. This happens with all my masterclass. I'm so sorry if I kept y'all longer than expected. I just be trying to give y'all as much information as I possibly can. So, yeah. Follow my page, join the email list. I have a Lash blog. It got a lot of tips in there too, and I actually have links to different free templates and checklists and stuff hidden in my Lash blogs for all my Lash readers, all my blog readers. I'm also creating a YouTube channel because I don't like the fact that TikTok doesn't allow me to save my lives. So click the link in the bio to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Baby, I'm trying to give y'all the information for free any way you'll take it. Okay? So if you a reader, I got the Lash blog. If you ain't got time, I got the email list to where you just get an email while you waiting on the elevator. You could read, you can get the Lash tip and go on. If you like a minute video, I got the TikTok for you. Okay? So anyway you like to, if you want in-depth videos, YouTube is where it's at. My YouTube content. So subscribe to my YouTube. All this is found in the link in my bio. So I'm trying to help y'all out, okay? I'm trying to help y'all out. But anyway, I won't take any more of your time. I appreciate you for your attention. I appreciate, y'all giving me your attention and y'all staying on the live and being engaged and asking questions. I hope that I provided you with some good information. I hope that you guys found this valuable. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you got valuable content and tips from it. If you want to lash better and faster in 30 days, go ahead and grab my lash tracker. Also, if you want more free lash tips, you can read my blog or sign up to my email list. Make sure that you subscribe so your notifications will be on for my next video. Have a wonderful day and thank you for watching.